What up, YouTube? It's your boy. Now I'm back at it again with another video. And today's topic we're going to talk about is partying on self-improvement. Can you do it, or something along the lines of that, right? I want to get into the partying lifestyle just to break it down for you guys and really understand what it is about partying that people really fuck with, right? A lot of people that I see partying, right? Like, I went to like 3 different parties on like Halloween and around the Halloween time, right? Just about a couple weeks ago, right? So I'm at these parties, right? And I'm getting lit. I got drunk and I smoked and everything like that. And, the degenerate lifestyle, I was trying to talk to women, getting some women numbers and shit like that, cool, right? But I realized that I seen a lot of the same people at the same different parties around the area. And I realized that they live this life. Like, this is the life that they actually live. Like, the frat boys and all sorts of things, right? So if you want to actually like break down their lifestyles, I can do it for you, right? I realized this. I always break down somebody's lifestyle, and especially if they're close to me, because I want to know if this is a good guy to hang out with, and if this guy is actually grinding and is on the same kind of path, but just in a different type of like lifestyle, grinding on something different. But these people, normally what they really do is party, right? So what goes into the party life? It's just drinking, smoking, pizzas, negative diets, just all sorts of things, trying to fuck disgusting women and shit like that. And I fell to that too as well. But basically, the party lifestyle isn't what it's made to seem, right? Like, if you really look at the party, right, like a lot of people dancing and everything like that, it's just drunk dumb fucks, like just being drunk as fuck and doing things out of character that they normally wouldn't do. And basically, right, around the party lifestyle, they always get drunk or get lit because they need that in order for them to have a good time. They need it for them to have a good time, to get lit to the music or whatever is going on, so that when they're dancing and things like that, they don't normally do it, right? So they get drunk or they get high for them to see like the fun of it, like really to the fun of it, trying to get lit, doing things that they normally wouldn't do when they're sober, right? Like, it gets, like, most guys who drink, they get the balls and then they want to fight people and shit like that. But normally without the drinks and, without the high or whatever, like, he's pussy, right? Like, we know these people who get mad and want to fight everyone at the party and shit like that. And overall, the lifestyle isn't what it's made to seem, right? Like, I always, like, since I wasn't a big partier, I always was like, man, I want to go to parties and this, that, talk to bitches, fuck some bitches, this, that, and the third. You know how it goes in inner cities and shit like that around the way, where, like, the degenerate bitches throwing ass on you and shit like that. It's not what it's made to seem. Like, I've tried to tell you guys this from experience, bro. Especially at these parties, right? Like, I had a lot of women, talking to me, things like that. Cool, normal shit. But it's like, bro, the lifestyle of partying really set me back, right? So on these like 3 days, like, it was one weekend, right? And I'm always on my grind and shit like that, but it was one weekend, right? I went on to one party, right, like on a Saturday. That Saturday, after I got drunk and high, everything like that, I had like a hangover the next day, and it takes you completely out of your element, right? Like, I'm going through my day just like foggy. I'm just like, bro, I just want to feel better, bro. I still hit the gym and shit like that, but I'm like, bro, I cannot do this, bro. Like, I don't know how. This is when I really realized, after I was like completely, like, I wasn't the worst hungover I've ever got in my life. It's just a slight like headache, or like, just like feeling kind of dehydrated and shit, right? Just not feeling normal, like normal Patrick. So basically the next day after the party, I woke up and it's like, 11:30, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I slept into this. And on Saturdays, I do like to sleep in a little bit more to like 8 o'clock, because I wake up at 4 normally. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I slept this whole time and I got home late, which was like 3 o'clock. So it was reasonable, but I'm like, I'm not used to waking up at 11:30. I'm like, man, what the fuck? And I'm waking up feeling like shit, not feeling good. I still have the gym on my mind, still trying to do my YouTube, but I didn't want to do it. I didn't feel like I wanted to do anything but like regenerate and rehydrate myself, right? So on that weekend, right, I'm like, all right, bro, we're gonna take 1 to 2 days off. If, like, I'm still feeling worse on Sunday or whatever, I'm gonna be like, man, fuck that. Today I'm still gonna hit the gym, but really hydrate, really rest, not have YouTube on my mind. So, like, it literally took me off my grind, like, real shit, not the gym grind or whatever, because that's something physical, but more like making videos, thinking of videos, for you guys and everything like that. It's like, bro, like, I didn't want anything to do with it. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm like, bro, not today, just not today, right? So then a week passed, right? And then this is when I hit 2 parties in a weekend, right? Like I said, I don't party. The last time I partied prior to this was like a year and a half ago. I promise you. So a lot of people might say, oh, you advocate for people who don't party and shit, but you went and go to a party. Bruh, I went to a party a year. I haven't partied in a year and a half, bro. I haven't like done this degenerate, really real degenerate shit in a long ass time. So it woke me up again. Like, it really woke me up to like, bro, this is not the life you live. Trust me, it's not. And it's not the life that you made to see, right? So I'm at so it's like what, Friday, Saturday, right? I get done. I get my party, you know, little prison costume shit. I go and talk to women. We at a party. I'm getting lit. I got drunk again, shit like that. And I started to realize like more of my limit, bro. Cause I've been fasting throughout the days and shit. So if you drink like two to three shots, like 3 shots had me busting. Like, I'm like, hold on, bro. I can't drink no more because I'm going to be fucking tweaking. So I fasted. I ate a little bit before the party so that I can drink a little bit more. But it just wasn't it. After the third shot, it was cool. I was lit. I was lit as fuck. I was smoking. The smoking really doesn't do much to me. It just gets me high. But like, I don't tweak out. But drinking gets me like, just like going a little bit more, you know, like more of like out of my character and shit, like most people, right? And I'm at these parties and shit like that, and I'm like midway, I promise you guys, like I'm at the party, I'm chilling on like, you know, like the side of the couch. I'm looking for women, honestly. Like, I don't go to these parties generally just to like, you know, I go to have fun. That's facts. Like with the homies, we getting lit, we turning up to the music. But then after that, to be a fucking 1,000, I'm looking like, yo, what else is there to do, bro? Women. I'm like, keep it 1,000. If you're gonna keep it 1,000 with me, bro, like, you're going to a party to see beautiful girls. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, you're gonna get lit and have fun with your friends, of course, with or without drinks. That's what I do. But like, after a certain amount of time, it's like, okay, what else is to do with women? Let's go talk to girls. You know, let's get this number, this, that. It's normal shit as a man. And a lot of people would be like, well, you're supposed to be celibate. You're supposed to be this, bro. Sometimes it's just none of that. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. And especially when I'm lit and I'm drunk, my mind wanders and I go with it, honestly. And this is not to mention like me by like there's a bunch of fights about to happen and shit like that. I don't even want to mention that part. Like, but like the lifestyle of partying too is like you're putting yourself at risk, you know, talking to another girl's a guy's girl, he want to fight, shit like that. That didn't happen, but like I could see it happening, like definitely see it happening. And especially since at these parties there was a couple fights and shit like that, I'm like, bruh, I don't even need this shit. I'm at this party, I'm like, bro, I don't need this shit, right? But back to the point where I'm saying, I'm like, I'm on the couch kind of thing, like leaning on the couch, me and the homie chilling shit. But I'm like in my own world. I'm like, what the fuck am I even doing here, bro? Like real shit. Like, I'm like, this is not your lifestyle. And like, you know, I don't think it's a bad thing to party every once in a while. But if you're consistently partying like these frat boys, like I'm talking about every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's a party getting lit, getting absolutely wasted, getting drunk to the point where like you're not even conscious. Like bro, at this party, bro, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. This dude, I thought he was dead. Like there was a guy who I thought he died. Like no funny shit. Like he's on like, bro, this is the chair, right? See, he's on the chair. Then he drunk too much. Like we went outside, me and the homies went outside to like catch some air because it was hot as hell in the party and shit. Bro, all we see is like people surrounded kind of flaming this guy up and shit. And you know, I stay out the way, bro. I'm like, I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be like, you know, go being Superman and be like, yo, stop making fun of him, you guys. Like, you mind your business. And I'm gonna tell you guys something about minding your business throughout the video too. I wasn't even gonna talk about the fighting part, but I'm gonna mention that too as well. So I'm at this. So we go outside and this dude is like this, dead ass. Like, he's like, you know, when you too late and you like, bro, I thought he was dead because I went and sat down. Me and the homies went to sat down like across. Everybody kind of, his friends recording him like, yo, bro, what the fuck? You can't hang this, that. You know, frat boy weird shit. Like, bro, if they was doing that to me and I see that the next day, I'd be like, yo, you lame as fuck. Do not, like, you know, I wouldn't even want to hang out with you because, like, you should be helping me more than flaming me. You know, a little flaming is not bad. Like, get a little video in. But if you consistently, like, they were flaming just like, bro, like, not really helping as much. I'm like, bro, you supposed to be my man, take care of me if I'm that fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, bro, like, when you're that fucked up and you're, like, basically asleep like a zombie, I could, like, a random guy could just walk in his pockets, take his shit. Like, it's smooth like that. He has a chain, give me that. He has jewelry, give me that. He has a wallet, give me that. Like, that's what a lot of people don't even think about, but, you know, that's where my mind goes, like, brother, he could really get robbed. They could stab him. Like, they could do a whole lot of things to this guy. Especially if he got beef with people over there and shit and is absolutely wasted like that. They could take advantage of him. And basically, right, so we go outside. This dude is absolutely drunk. I'm thinking he's dead. People making fun of him and shit like that. And I get up and I go to take a piss, right? So basically, I'm taking a piss and I'm going to get into the fighting part too where it's like, Like real shit. Like, me and a homie, like my homie had like, you know, something with this dude over there, and I didn't know who the fuck. I couldn't. He kept saying like, yo, that's the guy, that's the guy. I'm like, bro, there was like so many light skinned dudes. I'm like, it's a light skinned dude. I'm like, bro, who? I don't see this light skinned dude, but they overall they didn't really do nothing to dudes, right? Whatever. And just like putting myself in those positions, it's not like if that's my man's. Like I'm fighting for bro. Like that's not even a question, but. Do I really need to be there at the situation? No, like at all. Like I do not need to be at these situations. I don't need to be at a party, and I'm there thinking like, bro, what the fuck I'm even doing here? Like I'm blasted, I'm lit, drunk, high as hell. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I doing here, bro? And basically, I took a piss, but I'm like, bro, like if they on that, I'm on that too with them. Like don't worry about it, bro. You're good. Like, and that's my man. So of course, if they gonna do something to him, like, I gotta step in. That's bro. And basically, I go to the woods. I take a piss real fast. And all I hear is, like, while I'm taking the piss is, like, squabbling. Like, I hear, like, you know, some guys wrestling, like, you know, and everybody like, oh. So I stop taking a piss. I turn around. I'm like, I'm thinking they got on him, my mans, when nobody was around. So I'm like, yo, who the fuck? So I'm looking at I turn around. Two guys they're right in front of me too. So I'm really thinking it's my friend. I'm like, yo, hold on, I'm on timing now. So I go and I'm about to get into the fight. I'm looking at the two dudes. I'm like, oh shit, it's not even my man's. I'm like, thank God, because I wasn't letting him get, like, you know, wrestled and shit. I would have jumped in for bro. Like, that's no question, bro. And so basically, it's like putting you in these predicaments that, like, you do not need. Like, for my mental health, like, I'm always going to stick up for my friend. That's who I am. But, like, do I need this? Like, why am I even in this scenery? Like, what the fuck? And, you know, basically, like, oh, let me get on to the point when you want to be a Superman guy and want to waste your time and, you know, wanted to, like, you know, try to be the Superman dude to save the day, right? So these two guys are fighting, right? They're scuffling on the floor. Then they get up, actually put in hands. You know, I seen some punches going. I'm like, oh, shit. I got front row seats. I'm right there watching. I'm like, oh, shit. And basically, right, some random guys try to come in and, like, one random guy tried to come in, you know, while the guy, they ended up going on the floor and the guy had, like, a headlock on him and shit. And basically, one of the random guys tried to get up, like, yo, stop it, bro, stop it. Like, trying to push up on dudes and shit. He pushed the guy a little too hard. Boom, that dude punched him right in the shit. Now, this dude is fighting him because he wanted to step in and be Superman, wear a cape, save the day. That is why you must, like, literally, you must mind your business, right? So this guy tried to fight him and shit. Like, they was fighting, throwing hands. So, like, they're fighting, and then after he's done fighting him, the guy who was originally fighting, he was like, yo, where's that dude? I want to fight you. I want to keep going. It's just like, just big drama shit. I'm like, bro, like, cut the shit, you know. But he was really on time and he was really trying to fight, right? But this is what I'm saying. This is like the lifestyle. Like, this is like shit that happens all the time. You do not need, bro. The frat boys that stay up till 3 a.m. and then, you know, like, there might be fucking girls that thinking it's cool, getting absolutely wasted, getting drunk. Then the next day they wake up at like 1 o'clock p.m. Half of the day is already gone. There is nothing being productive on this shit, like this partying shit. And I realized this because those two parties on that weekend, bro, I'm there and I'm like, bro, what am I even doing? And like, I went to sleep around 3 o'clock. Felt like, you know, I got hungover one of the days again too. So I'm like, bro, I don't even want. It took me out of my mindset. It took me out of my grind set. It's just like, I was like, bro, I'm not doing this shit like for a long ass time. Like, you know, not saying that you have to go to a party and get drunk and shit like that, but it's like, I don't even want to be in the atmosphere. I do not even want to fuck with like a lot of the girls like over there because they're just all thoughts. I'm gonna keep it a fucking 1,000. Like, a lot of them are just thoughts. Like, it's just what it is, bro. And basically, like, you know, you're not gonna really meet anybody beneficial at these parties. Like, yeah, I met some cool dudes, but they're not like on grind mode like how I am. So it's like, you know, they don't realize that I took like a couple days out and like this is a day that they live. This is their lifestyle. Every weekend, frat boys and shit that are getting lit, getting drunk. And overall, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You just can't do that on self-improvement. If you really want to benefit, like, and optimize your life to the best that you could possibly do, that has to go. Like, real shit. And like I said, this has only happened like once. This is like I partied like 3 times out of a year and a half ago. Like, that's fine with me. I realized I learned my lesson. You know, next time I go to a party, I'm not gonna get as drunk and, like, you know, just like, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. I'm not seeing myself going to a party. I'm on my grind. Fuck all that. But like, overall, bro, the life of the, like, of the self-improvement lifestyle compared to this shit, you can't balance it. I promise you can't balance the shit. Like, especially if you're really dialed in on the shit, you can't balance it because you start to realize there's a lot of small little things that take away from your shit. You waking up later, they takes you out of the mind. Like, damn, I woke up later, the day's almost gone. Takes you out of the game, bro. And compared to that other guy who's consistently grinding every day, you're gonna lose to bro. Like, not even a question. Who's like, fuck that partying shit, all that. You're gonna lose to him in that race, bro. I promise. Of like trying to get better and shit, you're gonna lose to him. So like this self-improvement shit, like I really broke down a lot of the lifestyles that these frat boys live doing. Like, I'm not even saying the hard drugs either. A lot of them pop Molly, pop Xans, fucking perks to get lit, motherfucking doing coke in the bathroom and shit. Me, I was never one to do any of those pills and shit. I just smoke a little weed, maybe sip a little bit, but that's it. You know, so like I'm not in that loophole of like needing to party and also needing to get lit every weekend, needing to get fucked up to just be like, yo, bro, you remember that one time at that party, this, that, and the third? That shit is so fucking lame. I promise you that shit is so fucking lame. Like, understand this. Like, this is going to be a little bit more of a longer video, but understand how lame that shit is. You get nothing for that. There's no money included. There's no, like, no self-growth through that shit. There is not. And it's sad because there's a lot of people that's falling into that shit. Like, you know, especially when they go to college and shit like that, the frat boys and all that, the frat girls, you know, lame, degenerate women that you probably don't want in your life. They just look good, so you kind of want to fuck up on them. Real shit. Keeping it 1,000. That's just what those women are. And the men, those a lot of frat guys, I don't hit the gym and shit like that, but like, that is what they do. Like a lot of these people who are in these frats and shit, they go to these higher schools because their mommy and daddy could pay for that. So like they don't really have jobs within their day. They just get drunk till 3 or 4 p.m. or a.m. in the morning, wake up like 2 p.m., you know, get their mind right a little bit. By 5 o'clock, they're hitting the gym, and that's like their highlight. That is a form of self-improvement, hitting the gym, but there's no self-improvement at all. Like, it's just like hitting the gym, then repeating the same day, you know? So it's like, is this lifestyle, could you balance this lifestyle? I'm going to keep it 1,000. Me personally, as a guy who's really trying to benefit their lives, hell no, I could never do it. And basically, like, I know people too that like every weekend they go and do that shit and they cope. It's a huge cope too, just drinking your life away so that you can just be lit, and so that you wait till the weekend because you might be working, you know, it's a little stressful through the week, so they can't handle it. So they go by the weekend, go get drunk and obliterated, and just like that's their fun. It's a fucking cope. Like, partying, a lot of partying, I'm not saying every party, like, you know, things like that, is a cope. You know, like, especially, like, these degenerate frat boy, like, motherfucking, like, college parties, bruh, it's a cope. Their lives are cope. They're straight drugs to, like, make them feel better. I can go to a party and get lit just straight off of music and me sipping on water. I always bring a water, swear to God, with me. And I could get lit off that because, like, that's just who I am. Like, I could have fun without having the drink. I could have fun without having the smoke. I could have fun without doing drugs and shit, you know? So it's like, could you balance that lifestyle? Fuck no. Like, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. If you really want to benefit your life, let that shit go. Once a year, once every 6 months, whatever it is. Especially if you're partying from every weekend, maybe like to utilize and get better on self-improvement, literally party maybe once a month. Then it starts to go like, yo, I don't really need this shit. You start to realize, because you have a lot more time to grind, and you're grinding, and you realize like how much it puts you off of your grind. You're like, okay, I'm not even going to a party in 2 months. I'm not even going to party 3 months. Maybe I'll party in 6 months. That's it. Like, you start to realize the shit and level up from it. I just wasn't a guy who's normally at parties and shit. So like I'm able to really scan the shit for myself. Like, I'm like, to be 1,000, it's like, there's so many situations that I can say that, like, I'm not going to mention on this video, but it's like, it's a cope. These people have no lives at, like, partying. A lot of these partier people don't have any lives, bro. The women are degenerate. They fuck on almost any guy. Like, they see a cute guy, that guy goes for them, they fucking. It's straight up like that, you know? It's like, that's just what it comes down to. And I'm going to keep it as blunt as I could possibly can, like, as real as I possibly can. They just fucking. Straight up. The dude's just fucking, just tossing the bitch to the side. She's basically just a fuck toy, and that's it, bro. To wrap up this video, is it worth it? No, it's not worth it to party and take yourself off the grind. Because me personally, it took me a week, like literally it took me a week to get me back on my grind mode. From October, I think it was 23rd till like, you know, the November 1st, where I went on my No Nut November, and like I'm doing my journey and shit like that on No Nut November. Bruh, that was from that time period. I didn't post. I didn't post for like 8 days in a row, and I never said, like, I would never picture me doing that. You know, realizing that, like, yo, this took me off the grind that much. 8 days. What the fuck? No, I can't even. Me personally, I can't see myself going a day or 2 days, 3 days without posting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, depending if the video that I'm editing or what I'm working on, my ideas are really long, that's a different story. But if I'm not putting in work, editing or anything like that, I'm just like, I don't feel like doing it. That's not me. That's not who I am. It's like, it took me off of that grind, and you do not want to do that. If it's going to take you off the gym, fuck that shit. Like, literally, if it's going to take you off of anything that you're doing on self-improvement, you're meditating, you're journaling, you're reading books and shit like that, fuck that shit. Anything, not even just partying, anything, it's fuck that shit. Because your personal growth means more than anything in the world, because it's you. It's you against you. It's nobody against in this world that's going to, like, you know, save you and shit. It's the amount of work that you're going to put in to better your life that is you're going to see results from. Trust me when I say that. Trust me when I say that. Because that bitch that you're talking to, she's not going to get you no money unless you're trapping her out on OnlyFans or some shit. She's not getting you no money. The drinks that you're buying is only taking you out of your pockets. The weed that you're smoking is only making you more retarded and taking you out of your pockets. The time you spend on partying could be the time you should be spending on grinding, maybe the gym, maybe making YouTube videos, whatever your inspiration of your life is. That time is valuable. It's all about using your time more valuable and just, like, not coping with your life with drugs and all that shit. I've seen that. I'm gonna make a whole separate video of just, like, you know, because I went through that too myself, just, like, coping and just, like, being a fucking lame, like, just smoking, drinking, and just mostly just smoking my life away, real shit. So if you guys like the self-improvement videos, this is my whole journey. This is my life. This is everything that I'm going to go through and give you guys the same kind of advice and the same purpose of, like, you know, real shit to better your life, bro. So if you guys like the video, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, bro. Hit that bell notification so that every time I post, bro, you get notified and you could join me on the journey, bro. So overall, stay yourself, stay 300. Whatever you're doing with life, trust me, I believe in you, bro.